Right, right, left, left, down, up, left. What's going on, guys and girls? It's Ghost Robo, and welcome back to Injustice 2. We're playing again today because a new character has been added to the ranks. The Mortal Kombat universe fuses with the DC universe once again as Sub-Zero descends upon us. And we're playing on PlayStation 4 Pro, so this is as icy and glorious as he's gonna look in 4K. Epic action about to take place against Red Hood, another DLC character. I figured we'd put him through the paces, show you his moves, see what he's all about, and then take him into some one-on-one fights. I feel like he is a very fun and cool character. Scorpion, obviously in Injustice 1, I think he was a little bit cheap in some ways, so I tried to avoid using him. But Sub-Zero, pretty darn awesome. He's got this amazing ice sword, some fast moves, and let's show you what they're all about. So first off is Ice Burst, which is this sort of ground pound type attack, and that can be meter burned and do an extra hit. He then has one of my favorites, which is this epic polar puncture, where he grabs the dude and then throws some ice knives inside of him. He's got Ice Ball, which is a ranged attack. This thing can be thrown as a projectile, and it can be meter burned to do a full freeze, so then you can get his epic throw, which creates an ice version of Sub-Zero, and then he pops out one side of the screen, comes back the other with the hammer. So the sword is kind of like his light weapon, and then the hammer, his frost hammer, is kind of the heavy weapon, and that can be used from the air and meter burned into a thrust. He also has his patented slide, which is very nice. He also has ground hammer strikes, which are cool, and can be charged up. Let me see what else he's got going on here. His slide can also be meter burned into a little extra hit there. I don't know what we call, like a projectile, I guess, of ice. And what's really nice about some of these, like Polar Puncture here, if we do this again, is it can be meter burned into a total freeze. So I'm not sure when you hit the meter burn there, right at the end, you can total freeze him again, kind of like the total freeze with Ice Ball. And then his character power is to create sort of an ice clone of himself, which I really like, and that can be messed with. So you can do different things like throw it at Red Hood. I feel like there's a few other things you can do as well. Let's see if we go into the move list. Okay, clone toss, clone smash, ice burst, meter burn at the beginning. Okay, so let's meter burn this ice clone and see what that's about. Oh, two of them. Okay, so then can we throw two? We can. One in, that's nice. All right, I like that a lot. We've got that where he smashes it down. And what was the third one? Clone toss, clone smash. Okay, let's see that. That kind of looked the same, didn't it? Right? Down and circle. Oh, okay, it's a shorter throw. I got you. And then, obviously, he also has some really cool charge moves like that one, which is really awesome. What I like about this is if you mix this with the sword, it can work well, or if you mix it with the ice ball and the meter burn, if we can get this just right, you can freeze them midair, which is really freaking fun. But Deep Freeze is his finisher, and it is pretty fantastic. Yeah, that looks really painful. Maybe not as brutal as I was expecting, given that he's a Mortal Kombat character, but it still is a pretty cool one. And for me personally, I like the fact that it doesn't take a whole lot of time. So if you want to use it, it's not going to like absolutely ruin you. Let's show it to you one more time. And it's got pretty good range as long as they're on the ground. Get that hammer strike in there, throw those freaking aggressive ice picks, and then drop him down. We're going to move to some one-on-one fights and see how Sub-Zero stands up in real battle. Actually, before we get to those battles, let's check out the character ending. I went through and did the battle simulator so we could see what the conclusion, or actually the only bit, of Sub-Zero's story in Injustice 2 is all about.
I arrived in this realm accidentally. Driven here by magic unleashed as I forced Kotal Khan's retreat from Earthrealm to Outworld. I was seeking a route home when Brainiac attacked. I could not allow this vile invader to add this planet or myself to his collection. In gratitude for my flawless victory, Batman offered the Justice League's aid. While I waited on him to unlock the magic of inter-realm travel, I provided valuable combat training to the youngest members of his order. But the spells that were devised went awry. Instead of opening a portal to Earthrealm, they opened a gateway to the Phantom Zone. Now, I fight to re-imprison Superman and his followers. They would not have been freed, but for my accidental arrival in this realm. I am now duty-bound to protect it, as if it were my own.
This must be a dream.
I can assure you, I am all too real.
In 30 seconds, you'll be out cold.
Begin.
Let's do it. Two sword wielders are going to face off against each other here as Robin dukes it out with the epic. Oh, look at that. That worked out perfectly. The epic Mortal Kombat character. I like him a lot. I'm really thinking he's someone I'm going to use. If I ever freaking have time to play this game online, I definitely would like to use Mr. Sub-Zero. Gosh, freaking Robin coming in here. Eat my lollipops, Robin, as you go to work with all of your freaking abilities. Yes, and then let's get that throw. I really like his throw. And I'm glad he doesn't have anything that's like super creepy or super cheap or anything like that. I feel like he's pretty darn well made. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I don't know, like, the overall meta. Maybe he's, like, actually not that great, or maybe he's too good. I'm not even 100% sure. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. And like I said, if you guys want to see more Injustice 2, I definitely did a lot more with Injustice 1 than I've had a chance to do with Injustice 2, which kind of bums me out. But I would like to do more. And like I said, I have more time now. I'm not in my house yet, but I do have my move complete, which is nice. And, you know, this is a super fun game, especially in the summer when we don't really have much going on, as I just hammered down him straight to the end of his existence. We'll battle out against a couple characters here just to see what he's all about. Freaking, ugh. It makes me want to go back and play Mortal Kombat X. I really, really like that game a lot. And I feel like, man, NetherRealm just crushes it. Although I will say, I personally, I know this is kind of an unpopular opinion, but I personally was impressed by Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, not the story demo. That one, not so much. But I did really like duking it out at E3 when I got to play just straight up one-on-one. I thought it was pretty darn fun. I'm looking forward to that game. And then obviously Dragon Ball FighterZ is freaking awesome.
You got a funny name.
In a moment, you will not think so.
Just trying to break the ice.
Begin.
Alright, I feel like this is a good battle. A little crazy against a little crazy, you know? And yeah, I'm no pro, so I'm not playing on like hard. I'm not playing online. I just mostly want to show off what Sub-Zero can do. I feel like that's the best thing I can do for you guys. Yes. The characters are what, $6 individually, or if you buy the Ultimate Pack, it's $40. I bought the Ultimate Pack just because I think it's worth it. You get some extras. It's basically the Season Pass. It's weird how like companies are trying not to use the word Season Pass just since it has such like a, or it had such a negative connotation. I feel like lately, Season Passes have been pretty good, but a lot of companies are straying away from entirely in favor of more like microtransaction-y type purchases. I think that's what Battlefront 2 is doing. Obviously, many games are still going to keep the Season Pass, but yeah, Injustice definitely didn't want to call it that, so they called it the Ultimate Pack, which is the same as the Ultimate Edition, where you got all that content baked into the game. I do not have a lot of clash to wager here. Bam! A lot of health for the Harley as the hyenas come in. I feel like Sub-Zero isn't doing as well in this arena because it's a little hot for him. Oh, she's got a hammer too. That's why these guys are made for each other, right? They're freaking hammer buddies. First we had sword buddies. Now we got hammer buddies. Let's see if we can play this right and actually finish her with the, what do you call it? With Deep Freeze. Alright, I'm just gonna take a little more damage. Give me extra meter. Come on. There we go, thank you. Alright. Oh, she blocked it. What a punk, Harley. Once a punk, always a plunk. Once a clown, always a clown, but Sub-Zero comes out on top. I'm curious what kind of epic gear he's going to be able to get. just because he has some really, I feel like his design in this game is really nice. He almost like reminds me of a bird with those like ice feathers on his shoulders. I think it's a really, really cool look. Let's see, who should he, ooh, let's do this one. Cold against cold, I feel like that's a good way to go. We'll go to Arkham Asylum. Batman probably wants to put both these fools in there, but it ain't gonna happen. I feel like it would be really awesome. I know it wouldn't make any sense, but, well, hang on.
You think you're colder than me?
Of that, there can be no question.
Can't wait to hear those teeth chatter.
Begin.
All right, I was gonna say, I feel like it'd be cool since they've done, you know, 2 modern-day Mortal Kombats, 2 modern-day Injustices, if they would do like a crossover, like I don't know how that would work or if it makes sense, but I just feel like a story mode with both could be incredibly fun. I like this man a lot. He is my freaking... He's not my favorite, but he's definitely close. All right, let's deep freeze you. Yeah, you can't block that, Captain Cold.
You are this realm's best.
Clearly, one of us is the actual amazing fighter of the freeze, and one of us is not. Block it. Yup. Hey, get frozen and get thrown. All right, you are gonna be eliminated. Yes, I love it if they actually accidentally attack your ice clone, that it causes what do you call it? Really, it freezes them totally. It takes us down a little bit, but I'm not gonna let that fluster me. We're gonna hammer time him straight into hell. Let's go, Sub-Zero. I feel like he's got some vulture in him, right? Some vulture-esque abilities going on. And we are gonna battle once more. I feel like Sub-Zero should face off against Red Hood, actually, in a DLC battle. We practiced against him, but that's not the same as actually fighting. So we'll go to the Slaughter Swamp, home of the green, and see if Sub-Zero handles this element.
You are cold inside.
Guess you'd be the authority on that.
With discipline, you could be a Lin Kuei. Begin.
All right, here we go. Take him to him. Yes, fire and ice. Please make it nice. Gonna... Oh, just missed that. Yeah, get eaten. Jump off the croc. Jump off the croc. Yeah, I bet like if you're actually really good with Sub-Zero, he's probably got some very cool combos.
Is it cold or fear that makes you
Is it
shiver?
cold or fear that makes you shiver? Dang. That's kind of menacing. Alright, watch out for Red Hood's freaking ultimate. Let's see. This guy is no match for Sub-Zero. Don't even stand a chance, my dude. I'm not even gonna waste anything on the Clash. You can have your health. I don't care. Yes. Those little bombs are kind of annoying, aren't they? Good night. Good luck, Red Hood. We clearly know who is superior. Alright, so we're going to also show you the customization for Sub-Zero. And obviously don't have gear going on, but you've got his mask that can be messed with, his armor down here, his sleeves, his legs, and interestingly, his hammer. So I wonder what kind of other ice weapons you can get. That would be pretty cool. His abilities, and then his different looks. You've got God, which kind of makes him look like Scorpion. God alternate, which really makes him look like Scorpion. Demon alternate, some pretty freaking cool looks. The Cyber Initiate looks. By-Hand Resurrected, looking good there. Secret Combatants, freaking Reptile. Alternate secret combatants, LK520, and alternate there. Lots of really cool looks for him. I feel like the colorways are pretty excellent. I really kind of like the Cyber Initiative alternate and the Demon. The Demon one is a pretty freaking intimidating look, but I'm most curious to see what kind of other frost-bound weapons we can get for this dude. That is going to do it for our tour of Sub-Zero. Let me know what you think of this guy in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want more Injustice 2 and what you think of Sub-Zero. Please, I want to know if he's actually good or not, or if I just think he's fun. Either way, though, until next time, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day and enjoy the start to this brand new week. Drink some hot chocolate. I love you, and we'll see you all later.